Hello, it's me.
Hey guys, this is Aditya, and I welcome you all to another episode of the funny podcast, Very Bizarre, Very Real. This podcast is being brought to you by a strong and very helpful support from Anchor by Spotify and the India Film Project. Now, today again, I have come here to tell you about an incident from my life, which exactly did not, I mean, the best way to describe it is that it was planned to be very mundane, but it turned out to be very bizarre. And for some reasons, it just happened, and I remember it, and I tell this story to a lot of people, and they laugh about it. I don't, because I don't know why. The reason why I'm sharing this particular episode is because if you've checked my Instagram, the podcasting psychologist, uh, it's just podcasting psychologist PP, and there's nothing else. I mean, no the okay, all smalls if you are boomers. So a few days ago I put up a story where I was talking about medication. Now a lot of people know about it and a lot of people don't know about it, but to refresh your memory, I am clinically diagnosed by a psychiatrist for anxiety and depression. I have symptoms of both, and they tend to happen on very good switch basis. Like it's like a doorbell. Like someone just presses the buzzer, it buzzes off, and then the next moment it's back to depression. And in that, I have been taking therapy and I have been taking medication. So I had shared a story about how my medication has helped me and what exactly are the many myths around medication, because whenever, like, from the very beginning, people think that okay, if you're taking tablets, if you're taking sleeping pills, it's not gonna work. I mean, it's something that's gonna be addictive. And if you do something, let's just say that you can take 5 mg of certain drugs. I won't name them because obviously why will I name them? But yeah, that is the whole point. So I have wanted to break the myth that I have been taking medications for over a year now, and it has helped me. I mean, I have had suicidal ideations, but the reason why I am able to sleep at night, the reason why I don't cut myself anymore, yeah, sorry for the thing. I mean, yeah, I just had to say this, is because I am on medication and I am doing therapy, and they go hand in hand. It's not like you need to pick one. And that was all the series of stories that I've put up, and it's still there on my highlights, so you can check that out. I have answered some really good questions, and because my Instagram handle is podcasting psychologist, I thought, why not? Let's just get a degree in psychology as well. So now that I've given you all the trigger warnings, let's just get into it. Let's just start off by talking about this incident, because this is something that is revolving around the early stages of my anxiety and depression, and it revolves around medication. I mean, yeah, duh. Otherwise, why would I talk about tablets so much? So, what happened here was, I mean, it was 2021, and I had started earning. So, when I started earning, I realized that okay, there are so many things that I can afford now. Yeah, I think we all know what I'm gonna talk about next. My first thought was a PlayStation, which still is not available. I mean, I'm tired of looking into the pages and seeing out of stock, but that's a different thing. I could afford a lot of things that I did not, because of monetary constraints. I did not want to burden my parents. I did not want to do that. And I know it's stupid, and I can say that it's stupid because it is. I really should have told my parents that yes, there are certain things that I want, because that's what parents do. They provide. They are the OG riders and providers. They first rode, and now they are responsible enough for providing. So let's just get on with it. So sorry. So let's just start talking about this. So my mental health has been deteriorating for a very long time. 2018 was the first time when I was diagnosed with depression, but I could not afford therapy. As I started earning, I realized that now I'm making good money, so let's start off with therapy. So it was December 2021. I started off with therapy, and obviously in the beginning you don't feel the changes because it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. It takes time, and when it has been there, it has been bottled up for so long, it will take time. So when the time came, I went for my therapy. I started getting sessions, but I realized that my symptoms are too strong. Back then I was having passive suicidal ideation, which means that I did not want to commit suicide. Sorry, I'm really sorry. As a mental health professional, I want to correct myself. This is something that I shouldn't have said. I did not want to attempt suicide. You don't commit suicide, you attempt it. So I did not want to attempt suicide, but if something happens that kills me, I wouldn't mind it. That is what passive suicidal ideation revolves around, and it was there. It was very strong there, and I wanted to just walk on the road thinking that okay, a car might come and hit me. So that is when I realized that okay, let's just go and see a psychiatrist for once. So I went to the doctor, told him all the symptoms, everything, what all is happening, the fact that I'm actually taking up therapy with a psychologist, everything is there. The entire thing got cleared up, and 15-20 minutes later he figured out that these few tablets will help me. And because it was my first time, he was very gentle. He gave me all the precautionary measures. He wanted to make it as gentle and smooth as possible. So he told me that the medications are not that strong. It takes time. So let's just start off with a small dosage. And then slowly and gradually, 21 days later, we will talk about it. So I went there, I got the tablets, and the entire thing was a little, how would I say, spontaneous for me. It was very spontaneous. So the thing that was a problem is because he told me that I can't take my pills with my medication with alcohol. He told me this because that's his profession, to tell me what to do and what not to do. Even though, and why I'm saying what to do, what not to do in this situation is because I stay in Gujarat. I am living in Gujarat right now, and back then also I was in the same place. I haven't left my bed in over a year. So being in Gujarat, you still have to give this warning that you can't drink while you are taking your pills. It does jhol when it. So like okay, ऐसे भी कहाँ मिलेगा? So let's just nod my head and move on. And then he said 21 days later we'll talk again, we'll meet up and we'll see what are the effects. So there were no side effects, just so you know, but there was one small change that came up after that, and that is I used to feel a little tired. There was a little fatigue in the beginning, and the medicine takes time. Our body takes time to get adapted to the changes that are happening. So whenever we were in this situation, whenever we means I had to do something, I had to plan it accordingly. I had to take my tablets. I had to start taking my tablets as soon as I ate, and then sleep off so that I don't oversleep in the morning and all of that. Now, another thing that I said in the beginning was the fact that I was earning. Now, since I was earning, I knew that I can spend it on other things as well. I was earning good. I mean, I am earning good. So I decided I should take a vacation. And the place where I work, it's amazing. I mean, it's a haven for my working attitude. So everything matched up, and the same month in December itself, my sister was getting married. So I took the entire month of December as an off. I said that I won't be joining. ठीक है, I have my savings from the 5-6 months that I've been working, मतलब इतना पैसा आ गया था. So like, let's go for a vacation. So I went to my I went to Bhubaneswar and attended my sister's wedding. Then I came back for a few days. Then I worked for 4 days or 5 days. And on the last day, I again got a ticket and went to Goa. Now me and two other of my friends, we all planned that we are gonna go to Goa for like a week and we are gonna chill. Just chill. I mean, no partying or anything. And it was right after the COVID time, so we did not want to party as well. So it was there in our mind that we are not gonna, get into all those busy places with extra crowd and all. We'll just go and find all the silent places and chill there. So that was the plan. And the day I was supposed to leave, that is the day I did something very stupid that I'm going to talk to you about right now. I went to the airport, Ahmedabad International Airport, and I had a night flight. Now the entire itinerary for reaching Goa for me was very stupid because Ahmedabad to Goa, there was no direct flight. There was a connecting flight from Bombay. So I went from Ahmedabad to Bombay, then from Bombay to Goa. And for those who don't understand Bombay, it's Mumbai. So what happened next is, as I reached the airport, I checked in. I had a few hours before the boarding started, so I knew that I'm gonna take my dinner. I ate at KFC and then I took my pills कि हाँ फ्लाइट में भी सो जाएंगे. प्लस बॉम्बे में I had a 6-hour layover, so around 12:30 I reached Bombay and my flight was around 5:30 or 6 in the morning. So 6 hours I had to anyhow spend in the airport. So what I knew was I'm gonna sleep in the airport, and that was the plan. Simple plan. 6 o'clock plane pakad ke I'll reach Goa and that's it. Problem occurred is that once I reached Bombay airport, it's beautiful. I mean, I don't praise Bombay that much, but it is beautiful and it's big, it's huge. And even at 12 at night, I wanted to find my gate and then I just wanted to sit outside the gate till and sleep off a little. That was my entire plan. So back then I did not have a credit card, so I could not get into the lounge. So I just thought ki gate ke bahar I'll sleep for a while. So on my way, it's a huge airport. So while I was walking through the airport, I saw so many shops, Apple store and stuff like that. But मेरा ध्यान उसमें गया ही नहीं. I was like, okay, yeah, nice. दिल्ली में भी है, इसमें कौन सी बड़ी बात है. So the moment I was walking towards my gate, ज़्यादा दूर नहीं था गेट से, but I stopped and I found something. I found one particular store. It wasn't a store, it was a kiosk, and this kiosk was a bar. And I was like, मैं गुजरात से आया हूँ, I need to start off my Goa trip with some booze. थोड़ा सा तो चाहिए. So I went to the bar and there was a huge board that said, buy one get one on our imported beers. So I was like, okay, light drinking कर लेंगे और वैसे भी सोना है, तो let's just have the beer. And one tha, to I got one corona, not the virus, the beer. Then I got the other one because obviously 1 + 1. After which I was like कि यार एक और ले ही लेते हैं. So 2 more came. I drank 4 beers and I was sitting there and I asked the guy for a bill. It was around 1:30. The guy gave me the bill. It was 3,600 for 4 beers. And I was shocked because it was 900 rupee a beer for 4 beers. And I was so humiliated. I had a budget. I mean, even though I had money with me, I still had a budget. So it was very stupid of me to just spend the money on 4 beers. while my friends in Goa will be drinking and I'll be just sitting there. So I paid, obviously, and I left, and like कि अब कहीं नहीं रुकना है. Bombay airport must be beautiful, but it's not. It's this entire Surpnakha debacle that happens. So let's just not get into it. And I started walking towards the gate, and I don't know what happened, because I had forgotten one very small detail in these 4 beers, in the seduction from these 4 beers, is that I had taken my pills, and I was told not to mix alcohol with booze. Sorry, alcohol with pills. So the next thing I know is it's around 5 in the morning, and I am sitting outside my gate, and I looked at my smartwatch for checking the time as to what is the time. And one thing that shocked me was the steps that it counts had crossed 28,000. Now I know I traveled from Ahmedabad to all, but पैदल तो मैं 8,000 स्टेप भी नहीं चलाऊंगा. That is my daily goal, 8,000 steps. So I knew that it wasn't possible for me to have walked, and then I realized that over the first 4 hours I did not sleep. The plan was to sleep, but I did not sleep, and I don't remember anything because वो mix up हो चुका था अंदर, and I walked around the airport all night till the point that it makes no sense to me कि हाँ क्या हुआ है, and I still don't remember. I have tried very hard to recall the event. I have been telling this story again and again and again to other people as well, but every time I tell them, this is what I tell them, that I've done this. I have walked over 25,000, 26,000 or almost 28,000 steps in a night, just roaming around the airport. If anyone from Mumbai Airport Security is watching this, if you have the footage, please let me know. If you don't, I'm glad. But that's actually something that has happened, and I still don't believe it. I still don't believe the fact that I got drunk with my medication, and that is one stupid thing I never did again. So I realized that, okay, I am going to drink in Goa. So let's just skip the pills for the next 3-4 days. Because it gets very stupid, and I don't want my friends to see me the stupidity again. So this is what I wanted to talk about today. That's all from my side. If you're listening to this on Spotify, if you're listening to this on Anchor or Google Podcasts, I mean, it's on every fucking platform. So you can watch you can listen to this anywhere. If you are, thank you so much for listening. I hope there were some funny parts in this, and do check out my Instagram page, because from time to time I will be putting up more stupid things that I do a little off track from the podcast, and it feels good when people are following you. The number reaches a good substantial amount, then I can get a blue tick, so why not? So do check out the other episodes, follow me on Instagram. Let me know how you felt about this. Podcasting Psychologist is my Instagram handle, and I'll see you around in the next episode. Thank you so much. Once again, a huge shout out to the best podcast lab that is being coordinated by India Film Project and Anchor by Spotify. These guys are fantastic. They have helped me a lot. They've taught me a lot. So just go and subscribe and follow India Film Project and Anchor by Spotify as well. Thank you so much. I'll meet you another time. Stay safe. Do not take any pills that you have not been prescribed for. Bye-bye.